A lot of people talk about quitting and they talk about cold turkey, you know. I've never heard anything so silly. Okay, it's there's a couple of ways people quit. Some people talk about it all the time. I'm going to quit, I'm going to do this, and I throw the pack away, and 1 hour later you find them scrambling around looking for the pack, you know. And then there's others who practice it and try and reduce, don't tell anyone anything until they haven't smoked for a month. Then they tell people they're quitting. And we say, that person's got willpower. That person did it cold turkey. Well, we didn't see the practice they were doing in the time. It's a behavior. It takes a long time to learn how to smoke. You don't smoke 10 cigarettes the first time you start smoking, or 20 cigarettes. You have to build up to it. And you've got to unlearn this behavior. You've got to extinguish this behavior. So it's much more, I use the analogy of running, as I was saying to you before. If you use the analogy of running, and you say, let's say there's, look at our middle-aged people in a room, haven't been doing much running for a while. We're going to have a race in a year's time. Okay, and who's going to win the race? Well, we look around and say, so-and-so's fit, pretty fit, they might have a good chance. So-and-so was an athlete when he was in school, but he hadn't done anything for 10 years. But, you know, he could, if he trained, he could be really good. He could win, right? And so the question is, it's a matter of fitness and training, and it's a matter of so the fitness is equal to the addiction, and the training is what you've got to do to get out. So the person who's going to be successful in the run is someone who's going to go out there and jog the first day. If they can't run a mile the first day, it's no big thing, you know. They get out there and have incremental steps. We work out how to do it over time. If we fail one day, we pull a muscle, we stop for a week, or we're a bit sore, we stop for a week and start again and do it. Quitting is the same. You've got to really be motivated to do it. You've got to be motivated that you've got to be absolutely sure that within, let's say, a small time frame, 2 years, you are going to be quit for sure. You are not going to be smoking. And if you're absolutely sure of that, you've got to work at it. And so there'll be trial and errors. You'll be cued by something, especially when people drink. Alcohol is a really big cue to relapse. People suddenly find they're smoking before they really knew it. And they get caught in this. And so, but that's a lapse. That's not relapse. That's just, you know, wake up tomorrow and come out and do it again. That's you know, the reason for quitting hasn't changed. And you're not hopeless because you had a cigarette. You know, it's so, you know, maybe you had a few. Maybe you had a furry tongue the next morning as well, you know. And it's so you've got to get back on track, and you've got to work harder. So it's trial and error, and it's training. And you've got to train to remove the cues, so that when you see an ashtray, you don't feel like smoking. You see someone else smoking, you don't feel like. You smell the cigarette smoke, you don't have pleasurable feelings. They go away over time. And so they get extinguished because you don't build on them. And so it's this task. It's the hardest thing lots of people have to do, is to quit. And so they've got to, you know, go at it full bore, and they've got to be determined they're going to succeed and not let anything set them back.